Hey, I'm Himansai, the SmoothOperators. Today, I'm going to demonstrate you the practical implementation of a problem. As the problem statement already specifies few things, me and my team has really worked hard and vigorously ideated upon problem statement in the first place and pointed out few things. To be said, to be said, really important points which we think must be present in our website and add the value to our solution. So, in this phase, we implemented those points and many of features in the website. So to give a value to our implementation and ID. So as you can see, we are in the landing page where we give few architectural diagrams and how the system actually works and motivation and other things. So a gig worker can come into this site and can create his user ID here by entering his details. So as part of the demonstration, I'm entering few details. He need to enter his name and then his mobile number, his mail, and then a secret password, which must be secured by him. So as you can see, by creating his account, he enters into the actual site. So in this, we implemented a KYC system where the user must fill to do anything in this site. So he needs to complete his KYC by entering his Aadhaar number, PAN number, and other stuff. So as you can see, without doing this KYC, he can't do anything in this site. So as part of the validation process, we implemented this KYC process. So here we can see he need to enter his details. So as part of the demonstration, I'm entering things in that. So just basically, and then it's part of basically other. So yeah, my age, let's say it's 25, and then it's city. So let's call it. Yeah, here you can see it segregates, and when we enter the city, it automatically segregates the service on it. Vijayawada comes under another region. The Hyderabad comes and set for sorry, it's finished. So let's the Delhi comes into a metropolitan zone and Nellore comes under semi-urban region. So as the service zone is segregated, we can calculate the risk zone of it and also can calculate how much effective does the loss of pay affects his life. Because in a semi-urban region, the cost of living must be low, and in a metropolitan region, the cost of living will be high. So the loss of pay for a worker in metropolitan region can affect his daily living by a more chance. So by this, we can give him a better payment option, better insurance, so he can have more benefits than a user who's having less. So we thought this will help us segregate the user. So okay, we need an average income of the user and average weekly income. So this also helps us in what ways the user is really working hard or not. Because let's take an example. If a user is working for 2 hours and another user is working for 7 hours. So if a situation occurred and both of the users got a loss of pay, then the effect of the loss of pay on the seven-hour working guy will be high because his earnings will be high. If he didn't get those earnings, he has more burden on his life. So we need this. So let's take few values in it. And then as the problem statement response, there are many categories of workers. So we implemented many things. And another thing, so user can I need to provide my live photo as a proof that I'm really how am I currently. So as part of KYC processing in sites and in general criteria, we take a live photo. So we capture a live photo. And then we need to give the user about uh, his like working platform details. So as our categories food delivery, we have Zomato and Swiggy. And first, we'll give the details of the company and then the partner ID. And another thing is we haven't implemented this side, but we expect the user to provide an evidence of a screenshot of the worker profile in the app which he provided. Because uh, we need a proof that he is really working in the company. Second thing is we see many gig workers work for two simultaneous company segments. So we implemented a thing where a user can select multiple companies in the same moment. So user already specified his worker ID and so on. And also we can select Swiggy to email. So by this we can like compare when we compare the real world scenarios, we will see many of the workers working for Zomato and Swiggy simultaneously. So taking that point into the consideration, we implemented a driver can have many profiles in the same company with other companies, with many companies. So the worker can uh, work in Swiggy and Zomato the same. So as you can see, my KYC is 100% completed. As I submit my KYC, my profile will be automatically completed. So after completing KYC, the user can do many things. So as I go to the overview, you can see I can see where I'm currently and few other stuff. This is this is the overview of the project. So another feature which we thought is really important is the balance section. As the problem statement specifies, we need to automate the payment rollouts. With that point hasn't pleased me and my team because it's the user's wish when he wants the payment into his wallet. So we implemented a new thing called a wallet. A wallet is a virtual purse of the driver which resides in this website where the user will add his funds into this wallet from his UPI card and his money resides here. He can pay the premium, the weekly charges, the insurance into this site from his wallet. And if any calamity or any issue or any genuine reason of loss of pay has occurred, we automate the payouts directly into his wallets, not directly into his account, directly to his wallet, where he can claim the amount or else directly re-push this account, this amount in his wallet to the insurance or to the bucket where his insurance plan resides. So by this, it's we implemented the user's choice of taking the money or keeping inside the insurance bucket. So this helps. This gives user where the user choice preference the most priority than automating directly the payments into the user's bank account instead of his consent. So it's his choice to take his money or not. So another important thing is this called cleaning. So this claim is really important. Okay, before telling you this claim, I have an important thing called ping location data. When I do this, it takes uh, my location access and send a request to an AI agent in our project, which takes my latitude, longitude, and all the stuff, my location stuff, and calculate how the weather is in my region from few APIs in the market. The APIs are really genuine, give real-time data to this site. So after checking this, it calculates how the weather is in my region. As I am in Vijayawada and the weather is really good, I don't get anything. So if my location is facing a really big issue, then I'm going to get a voting in India, which will have which this voting will open for users in like who resides in the region nearer to me. Like if I'm in Vijayawada, the users near Vijayawada will get this voting open and they will get notification in their apps. So they can come and vote. Like it tells that Vijayawada is facing a, a an earthquake. Like take an example of an earthquake. It asks the users in the region of Vijayawada that is it true that Vijayawada is facing an earthquake? And is it a really genuine case of loss of faith? Like if there is a case of rain and few users find it difficult to deliver and few doesn't. So there is a case that few feel this is a genuine case of loss of faith and many doesn't. So eliminate this, we implemented a peer-to-peer system where if our agent, our AI agent found anything like any small issue or detected any weather issue related in the area of a user, it opens an voting to the users who resides in the requested users area. So using this, we can justify that is it really a genuine case of loss of pay or is it just a daily rain or something? So we don't really completely involve, completely reside on the data given by the AI. We are implementing a partial system where we take the inputs from the AI and justify the inputs from the delivery guys in the region where the calamity. So another thing is claims. So this is really important and thing is our AI agents calculate the weather input efficiently. But uh, if think of a case that there is a sudden bump in the city, the agent cannot efficiently calculate it. So we here proposed a fully peer-to-peer system where a user can claim an issue. So if I see here, if I claim there is a mm, bus ban, it is highly risk and give a valid description and the location details. This location will automatically take it from the location access we have given and upload few. If I don't have any images of the bus bunch, so I just add few images which specifies that this case is valid and I open my claim and this amount thing is just a beta version, so we don't enter any value as our insurance bucket claims what you want. So this is just the beta version, so the user doesn't want to add his amount details. This is just the beta version. Please ignore. We are going to develop systems for that. The amount which is going to be funded to the user is generated by the dynamic pricing bot, which is running in the background. So when he creates this, a voting to a voting for the people in the region, same as serious, he is also in the region of Vijayawada, so he will get this voting. So all the users in the region will get this voting. This user is in Vijayawada, so he gets voting. This user is not, so he won't get the voting. Similarly, this user haven't completed his KYC, so he won't get the voting. As you can see, When something is detected or claimed, the users in the region of the claimed user gets the voting, and the percentage of voting will decide whether the user gets the claim or not. So after the voting completes, we have so when the voting ends, this is admin dashboard when where the admin needs to approve by checking how many users are in the region same as the user who claimed the issue. And if I approve this, the user in here gets the amount. The 1200 in here is hard coded. It's just a beta version, so we implemented a hard coded value. Sorry for that. And in the next iteration, we are going to give exactly how much amount the user needs to get in his insurance pool. So sorry for that. This is an implementation of claims. And so we have discussed about uh, about the overview and then the valid page and claims, voting, profile. And the thing is the coverage page. So as this is already a registered user, I will do one thing in here. So let's just close this and then create a new user in here. I just created a new profile to show you the coverage plan. So this plans in here are not placeholders. These uh, values will be generated from the dynamic pricing model, an AI model which we generated, which will take an input of the area which the user is working in, the average daily income, the average working hours from an API which we created a mock API which is considered as the company's API. So this API is considered to be an API which is provided by the user's working company like Zomato or any gig working companies. So these provide to details by matching the user ID of the platform. So the mock API has an field of partner ID. So these partner ID given by the user is matched with the partner ID of the co- of the company's DB's partner ID. So these both values will be compared and the details will be given, and by this these plans are calculated on basis of the working hours, the number of deliveries that the user has delivered, and the area he is residing in, and an historical like there is a point in the dynamic pricing model called a risk score where the AI calculates a risk regarding the historical risk factors, like is the city he's working is a historically risk zone or not, like a place where fights always happen or buns are always declared. Because if I live in Nellore, a small city in Andhra Pradesh, the buns and stuff are so rare. But if I live in Vijayawada, a capital region in here, so the risks of getting buns and strikes are really high. So this is a risk source, so we can give a better insurance for the user who is living in a high risk area. So these are all things which we implemented. So, as you can see, firstly, we have a valid page which we ideated. Sorry, let's take this thing. A valid page which we took to tackle automated rollouts, and the claims page where the user can request and start a poll for asking for an unsequenced or undeclared or not recognized issues in here. So voting, which we already discussed, and the plans, dynamic plans, which is generated by our AI model, and the KYC in here is already discussed. So these are all really important points which we thought must be in the website and give value to our solution. So there are many things to scale up and many things to be implemented
to make this a best product and best website or my best work entirely in my career. So we are working really hard to make this possible. And as you can see, this is our demonstration of our physical implementation of the idea which we put it in. So thank you. So thank you for giving this chance to develop the site and thank you.